Coffee, but do
I
you
do.
drink coffee?
Hi everybody, it's Lisa, Twyla's mom, and
Teresa,
Twyla's
aunt.
and
Twyla!
now we talked about in the laundry chat that we were going to bring back question of the week. So here we go. We've got guest stars here for question of the week. This week's question is, what was it? Oh,
When do you start to shop for Christmas?
And what is your go-to gift for someone you don't know?
and another part of it is, do you have a budget? There. So Teresa, you asked the first question. What was it again? Repeat it again.
When do you start to shop for Christmas?
Okay, when do you?
Well, you know, I've tried through the years shopping early, just when I see something that reminds me of a certain person, go ahead and pick it up. But I'm a really impatient
Christmas.
person, and I have no willpower.
She does.
At all. I have no willpower, and I will give them it early because I can't wait. So I do not start Christmas shopping until October, November.
Okay. Twyla, do you?
November.
And you all know
Why?
me. Yeah, why? Why do you wait
So-
till late?
I wait till November because a lot of the time I have no idea what I'm gonna get someone. And also if I'm gonna make them something, I want it to be like very quick, like, hey, I did this for you, and you move on to the next one. That way I can manage the time better, because if I start in like July like my mom does,
I
then
start before that.
okay, if I start as early as that, I'm gonna put like a month of work into one person's gift, whereas someone else's gift might take me only a week, and I feel like that's not very fair, like in the quality.
Well, okay.
Because she's a wonderful artist.
Okay, and then my answer is I shop year round. I've got lots of
We all know
grandchildren to buy for. I've got lots of kids to buy for. I've got my sister and my brother-in-law and their children, or child and his children. Now, I don't get you a lot, and you don't get me a lot. We just get little tokens for each other, to say, hey, I'm thinking of you, or I saw this and thought of you. But we like to send just a little token to each other for Christmas. But yeah, I do all year long. If I see something at a great price, and I will start at Christmas clearance, picking up Christmas, because you can find tons of toys, tons of outdoor wear, Christmas sweaters, just anything the month after Christmas for next year.
Now that's when I shop for my Christmas ornaments. And
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah, we
that.
do that too.
But gifts, I can't.
Yeah, we went shopping, that toy clearance I showed you from Walmart. She bought tons of, gifts for her 2 grandchildren.
I
And
haven't given.
You
No,
didn't give it to them.
no.
Good for you.
They are in the closet, but we'll see how long it lasts.
You wait. They'll come and visit her, and she's taking one out for them. Here,
think-
look what Grandma got you.
I think the only reason she can help from giving our gifts too early is that we live across the country.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
That's
That's
true.
true.
And mail sending packages is outrageous. So
I am
we do it
horrible
once a
about
year,
that.
and it costs
Yeah.
too much.
I'm terrible about mailing.
Honestly, it would be about the same price to fly over and give someone the gift.
Yeah, it probably
Right.
would. Okay, now Twyla, what was your part?
What
to
was
the
part
question?
2?
Okay, so what is your go-to gift for someone that you don't know that well? And my go-to gift for people I don't know that well is winter wear, like gloves, hats, scarves, because they're gonna use it, and it's not like personalized, like, oh, I know you so well, even though I don't.
Good answer, because even men could use a pair of gloves, kept in their car, even if they don't wear them. They're good emergency gear.
Right.
And plus, if you make your gifts like I do, you can make something like that if you want to.
For me, a go-to gift would probably be either a food item, you know, how you can get those little gifty things. Oh, they're, you know, hide those little gifty things at Walmart and Target and stuff.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, the what is it,
Yeah.
Hickory Farm?
Yeah, things like that. That would be good for
Most
like a
people
guy or something. Now, a teenage boy, money. Money and maybe a gift card, put it in a wallet. There you go. A
Yeah.
girl, though, a spur of the moment girl or woman, anything, in my opinion, is easy to get if
Yeah,
you don't know
I think
them.
a lot of people do like candles and
Yeah,
things like
yeah.
that.
Even for a teenage girl,
I think
you know,
uh, there's
a woman is easier for someone you don't know to get.
Yeah, I like to maybe an ornament because that's
yeah.
nice and something they
Yeah.
don't have to leave out all year round. An ornament's always nice. Kind of more of a girl thing than a guy thing.
Unless you know that they are like a football person or
Right,
a baseball person. You could get their favorite team. You know, you may not know them well, but it's a coworker of your husband's or your coworker, and you know they like baseball, so
Yeah.
It's pretty
Broad
easy.
category.
Yeah, it's
And it's always nice to be able to send something that maybe is from your region, your state, your, you know, something unique that
Yeah.
was maybe picked up at a craft fair or something like that that's homemade is nice. Things like that. But an ornament, there's no obligation to leave it
Right.
out. And
yeah.
that's why I like an ornament.
Or
That's
even a
that's
card.
also a food type item. You know,
Yeah,
like the
it goes
Hickory
away.
Farms,
They
the
don't
Hickory
have to-
Farms thing. Men typically like that type of thing, you know, or like you said, gloves, a wallet. You know, some men are pickier about their wallets or whatever, but
Like, I'm a girl and I'm even picky about my wallets.
yeah, but I mean, it at least
But
shows
that's
that
always
you thought
something
of
they
them.
can re-gift.
They can return it too because, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, now the next part to this question is, do you have a budget? For my grown children, I do. Now Twyla, I really don't have a budget for her yet because she does not have children of her own. But my boys, I kind of do. I kind of spend just a certain amount on them because, and they know, because I want to be able to do more for their children, my grandchildren, and they're perfectly fine with that. They are, because they're married, they, you know, whatever. So I want to say about $20 because I've got 4 of them plus their wives, so that's $80 there. And I do go over. I don't just say $20 strict. That's it. Because I also do their birthdays. I send them a little bit of cash to go out to lunch on their birthday, and you know, I just want, yeah. But now Twyla, since she isn't married, she doesn't have a boyfriend or anything at this time. I go ahead and do for her like I did, you know, when she was a child. But I did that for my boys too until they got married. Now, when they got married, had children, then I kind of like, okay, it's time for me to spoil my grandbabies.
Well, that kind of raises an interesting question that I know people have occasionally done differently. So if you have more than one person, like you do, that you set your budget at, you know, your oldest child and your second child, no matter how many is in their family, you have a budget for that family?
No, it's per person.
It's per person.
Yes.
Because I know that that's come up with other people that I know, and they'll have like 3 children. They say, okay, so we're going to spend $100 per family. And then the one that doesn't have children and stuff, you know, her gifts are a little more elaborate maybe than the one that has, you know, 4 or 5 kids. Their gifts.
No.
Because some people do, you know, that
Yeah.
because it really is what works in their budget.
For me, though,
And that feels fair to some people because some people don't feel they're being fair to their children by.
But
It's an interesting question.
as far as I am concerned, like when my children were younger, I would have gladly gave up Christmas gifts from my parents so that my children could enjoy from their grandparents.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think that's why, because I have 5 children, and they're all understandable of that. And they, I think, and they've never complained about it. I've always told them, hey, you've got a child now, you've got 2 children now. You fall into the ranks of, you get a token of my love. And they've never complained about it. They never
No.
have.
No, but it's
But
an
you were
interesting.
saying, okay, like Jimmy, my oldest son, has 2 children. But then, like, Devin has stepchildren plus his 2 children. And now Marshall will have 3 because you count Lucas, the new baby, and Aria. I would feel bad if I spent $100 to buy Katie and Tori gifts, and there's only the 2 of them. It would feel like they were getting more.
I think it comes down to how you celebrate. Because if you're celebrating all together
Now, we
and the
do.
kids see each
Yes,
other's gifts,
yes.
then
We
you've
do.
got to be fair to little
And that's
ones.
what I do. With the older grandkids, like Katie, Tori, and all them, they usually will get cash. I'll usually give them $20. And then they will also get a few gifts under the tree. But like Aria, who's only 4, she'll get more gifts to open because
She doesn't know what $20
yeah,
means.
to her $20, you could give her $2 and she'd be happy, you know. But the older grandkids would rather have the cash. But I try to spend, I want to say 30 to 50 on each grandkid. And if you are young, like Aria and Lucas, they're 4 and 5, the new baby's going to be new, they obviously will not get cash. But they'll have more presents to open.
And that's what kids like. They like to
Yeah,
open things.
but the older they get, like Katie and Tori are teenagers, they really appreciate the cash because they don't get much allowance. Their fathers, and then like Chucky's kids, they're getting old enough now that they appreciate the cash.
I don't
So-
do so much of it. I mean, we try to have a little bit of a budget, but it's a ballpark. And what we do is we try to give the same number of gifts. So I only have one son, but like him and his wife, if I found 4 items for my son and one is big and there's 3 smaller
Yeah.
items, I will get Amanda, his wife, a larger
Right.
item and then 3 small ones and try to do the same number of gifts. And they have 2 little ones, so we do the same. We make sure that they have the same
Yeah.
amount. And sometimes that means you spent $10 more
Right,
or $10
right.
less, and that's okay. But
Well, see,
or I
we-
will package some things together that go
Oh
together.
yeah, I do that a lot with grandchildren because you'll end up looking at the gifts and you've gotten 10 things. Even though it's the same kind of category, you know, like Barbie things. Then you may have 4 Barbie dolls.
and it
then
all
this
came
other-
up to
yes.
the same price as this one's
Right,
video
but
game.
this one,
Yeah.
so I'll like put it all in one gift bag.
Yeah, well,
No, we used to do that. We used to make sure each person had the same amount of gifts to open because we would go in a row. But now that I have so many grandkids, they don't want to wait. They don't want to go in a row. So usually Twyla will be the one who drags the gifts out of the tree, out from under the tree, and they just end up getting
you did
opened.
that when you came to my house.
They just end up getting opened. You know, we used to try to have law and order. Okay, it's Katie's turn to open, Tori's turn, and the more grandkids you get, there's no law and order. Once you hand that child a gift, it's getting torn open. So now we don't really
But they're
do
starting
the
to get
same
older.
amount. Yeah, But we don't really do the same amount anymore. We did when we only had like 3 or 4 grandchildren. But the more we get,
The harder,
yeah.
that would take hours.
oh, it would take hours to do one gift at a time because you do have some little ones that they want to stop and open that present all the way, even though they've got 3 other gifts to open. You know, they want to.
Oh, that was
Like,
Ava.
on
When
Christmas-
she opened a gift, every piece of tape has to be off.
Yes, and then you got to take it out of the box. You know, we can't concentrate on another gift until I've got all these toys out of this box.
Right.
So we do have those grandkids that want to completely take it out of the box and everything. They don't want to open another one. So you would be there all day, because how many do I have? 12 now?
Okay, so Katie, Tori, Jake, Hunter, Bryson, and Lucas, Aria, and one on the way. Andrea, you have
Did you count Bryson?
kind of Bryson. 3 for Devin, right?
4 step kids for Devin. But we
step
don't
kids for Devin.
usually
So 13
celebrate
now.
Christmas with them. We don't usually celebrate Christmas with Devin's stepchildren. Just Jake and Hunter.
Okay, so not including them 9, with including them 13.
Well,
Yeah.
that's it. You have a lot of step grandchildren.
Well, Aria and Andrea, they aren't really, because we see them all the time and they are a part of our life. They don't really do anything with the other side of their families. So we kind of took over that role in their lives. And but Devin's stepchildren are very involved with their father and things like that. So we don't really, I mean,
Well, they live further away. I don't
Yes.
think you've gotten a chance to get to know
no,
them that
not
well.
not a whole lot. So because they are with him quite a bit and stuff. So anyway, but that is the question of the week. What?
I didn't answer for the budget question.
Oh, you didn't.
No.
Do you get a budget?
Yeah, actually. Whenever I make gifts, even though that I don't spend a lot of money on them, I still do have a budget for supplies that I can spend on gifts for the nieces and nephews, since there are so many. $5 usually for the supplies to make them gifts, or if I run out of time, because I make theirs last. If I run out of time buying the gifts, I spend $5. That is their budget. Then for the brothers and their wives, usually 20 to 30. Like last year, I just got them gas cards because they are hard to make for. Because
I love
brothers.
that, the brothers.
Yeah,
The 4 brothers.
yeah, and they were so surprised because they were like, "Wait, we're still doing that?" 'Cause, yeah, I guess they didn't know we were exchanging gifts that year between each other.
They forget you're that much younger than them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're
And-
like, wait, we don't exchange gifts with each other.
Yes,
but
she's
a lot
16
younger.
years younger than the oldest.
and only 3 years younger than the youngest.
But her and Marshall are 10
Well, it's
years.
fine. You spread them out.
You and Marshall are 10 years age difference between the 3 oldest.
Yeah, so I just gave them $25 gas gift cards. That's a tank of gas for them right there, and
Yeah.
that'll last them for a while. And most of them, it'll be
That's
way home
nice.
for free.
Well, that's
and
And
then-
Danielle and Chucky really kind of
Oh, yeah.
spoil you.
Yeah. yeah.
They really do a good job on you. They
Like,
do.
I remember I got a drawing tablet because they gave me a $20 gift card that I could use online. So I ended up getting a new drawing tablet because of that. So thank you guys if you're watching from like 2 years ago. And then for you, Mom and Dad, you guys, I usually can keep it within 50 because usually I make you guys something. And if I don't make you guys something, I get you guys just a collective gift like I did the Keurig that year.
Yeah.
And then for Grandma and Grandpa, I always make their gift, and I make that
Because
first.
that's what they love.
Yes, they love it when I make them gifts. And I make Aunt Teresa and Uncle Alan their gifts.
Yes. We love them too.
But okay, so that was kind of a long-winded question of the week, but this is a special question of the week
Yeah.
because we have guest stars here, and it's the first one. We're trying to get back into that series again, so it's the first one of that series. And Christmas is not that far away. It really isn't. Christmas is what, 4 months? 5
Halloween
months?
is not here yet. I don't want to think about this.
Well, it's around the corner.
Mm.
It's always around my corner. You guys know that.
Starting on the
Always.
26th.
Yeah. December 26th. I'm thinking of, okay, I've got to get ready for next year.
Yeah, I've seen her buy toys for the nieces and nephews the day after Christmas.
Yeah, if
If you get a good
especially especially when I only had a few 2x4 and they were little, because teenagers, they do look at this is last year's model, but a 4-year-old, they don't care if last year's Barbie is what they get under the tree. So
Now, a lot of times they're like, oh, I forgot I liked playing with that.
yes. So
Kids are easy.
and I always give them money for their birthdays, even the little ones, because their parents can then, take them to pick out something. I used to actually buy them birthday gifts, but when it started getting so many of them,
Well,
and
so many
stuff.
kids have so many toys that a lot of times the
Exactly.
parents want to
Yes.
do an experience, go to an
Right,
amusement park,
right.
go to a special movie or a show or something. And if you give them money, then they can
Yeah.
buy popcorn or, do whatever they
Yeah.
want to.
and they do go, the majority of, I think all of them usually go on a pretty good vacation every year. I know the 2 oldest granddaughters love it when I give them birthday money, because they'll go on a good vacation. Tori's birthday is in September. Now, if they talk about it a lot, I kind of get the idea that Tori's wanting her birthday money early for vacation. So I think one year I did do that when they were going to Disneyland or something.
Yeah.
I gave her her birthday money early. But yeah, I usually just give them money. They're pleased with that. Even Aria, the 4-year-old, I probably won't do that for the new baby until he's 4 or 5, but yeah.
Old enough to walk around to buy something.
Yeah. But how did we get on birthdays? We're talking about Christmas, right?
Yeah, that's a whole new subject.
Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed the comeback of Question of the Week. I don't know how I'm going to top next week's, because I won't have company.
Yes.
I won't have company with me next week, so
What about
I'll have to
me?
think of a good one. Well, yeah, if you're home, maybe we can think of a good one. So.
You're like, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm here. But Teresa, she'll be back in North Carolina, and yeah.
Gotta go
So-
home sometime.
I guess we're gonna get off of here and do a couple other videos, and I will talk to you guys later. So don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and leave a comment. I love to hear from each and every one of you. Bye.
Bye.